Welcome to Mindcraft IAS. In this very first lecture, we are going to begin with basics of UPSC preparation so as to make your civil services examination journey a planned one. Also in this lecture, we will talk about material that most UPSC aspirants refer to. We recommend reading material multiple times rather than in the last part of lecture, we will discuss about strategy. We will also encourage you to develop your own strategy or strategy for civil services examination must be followed throughout so as to make your preparation a effective one. Honestly speaking, there are only two hints or clues given by Union Public Service Commission about this exam, and these two are syllabus and previous year questions. Syllabus is something that I would recommend that you put conscious effort in memorizing it from today itself if you have already decided to prepare for this examination. Second, previous year questions. Henceforth, we will be referring to previous year questions as PYQs. So, talking about material, strategy, or anything about this examination, all is in reference to previous year questions. A material may become relevant, irrelevant, all depending upon previous year question. If it is able to cater to the need of previous year questions or questions that are being asked in last few years, a material is all good. Similarly, your strategy for preparation may be effective one or may become ineffective based on the need of the previous year question. These two aspects, previous year question and syllabus, are something that you should not be neglecting throughout your preparation. I am going to present a brief discussion of civil services means GS general studies syllabus. General studies for means examination consists of 4 papers: GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. GS1 paper consists of Indian heritage, culture, history, geography of the world and society. So first few topics are related to Indian history and culture. Next portion consists of society, and the last part of paper 1 consists of geography of India as well as of world. So this is brief discussion of GS1 paper. General studies paper 2 consists of syllabus portions that include governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. We will be discussing as well as be making modules on all these different topics given in the syllabus. However, I am just in this lecture familiarizing with you all the syllabus portions that are given in the civil services means general studies by the UPSC. GS3 consists of portions including technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. You can see the exact topics and try to memorize it as well. A detailed discussion we shall be doing later in next lectures. GS4 ethics, integrity and aptitude. So these are 4. Also there will be syllabus for your optional papers. There is a brief syllabus provided by UPSC for prelims as well. Material discussion for civil services examination. I have divided type of material into 3. First, NCRT. NCRT are very fundamental to preparation of civil services examination because direct questions are being asked from them. They begin from very basic and help us in clarifying our basic concepts. My recommendation is to buy these NCRT books in hard copy format, especially for class 11th and 12th or any other NCRT that you find useful. Also, I would recommend to download soft copy of NCRTs from the link given in the description. You can download entire set. You can note down the name from the screen by slowing down the speed of this video. Apart from NCRTs, next set of material is essential books. These are books that are referred by most of the UPSC aspirant. For polity, you can refer to Lakshmikant. Apart from Lakshmikant, you can also have a copy of Bare Constitution for referring articles and provisions of the Indian Constitution. For environment, you can refer to either of the book. I have given name of two: Sankar IAS Academy book Environment or Environment and Ecology by Vaisali Anand. Any one of the book you can refer. For economy, Vivek Singh. For modern history, you can refer book given by Spectrum. These are the essential books for your preparation. I mean, this is not the exhaustive list. Apart from this, you will be requiring to read Administrative Reform Commission reports or their summaries. You will be reading for ancient history, culture. For now, I do not want you to overwhelm you with the material, and also recommend you to restrain from too much of books. Begin from these books. In this last part of the lecture, I am going to discuss some basic strategy required for this examination. So you must understand that important aspect of this examination is reading the content or information. You will be doing lot of reading throughout this journey. But the question is reading sufficient for your preparation? Given the ultimate objective of reading any content for this examination is to ultimately write or to recall information during examination. So I believe reading is not sufficient enough. Whatever you read, you must understand in two terms. First, you must understand the meaning of the content and information, and second, you must understand context of the information. You must understand or correlate with syllabus, previous year questions that have been asked where you could have used if the information was already available to you. You must think of further applications of the information where all you can use given information in terms of answer writing, or where it may be asked in prelims questions. So all those, when you are thinking, it is that processing done in your brain makes your reading effective and helps you to understand clearly the information. Then in the next part, reading and understanding, is it enough to fulfill your ultimate objective of the examination? Again, there are certain limitations to your memory. You cannot, even if you have understood information clearly, or you may not be able to recall in the examination, because throughout your preparation you will be reading mountain or tons of information before you appear in the examination. So it is difficult to recall all the content. Here comes the role of making notes. Note making is very important in different ways. Number one, it helps you to, for the first time, give you hands-on practice with writing. Writing is an important part of this examination. Why, when you make note, you write. Next, it is also an opportunity for being creative. It is where you can differentiate your answer. You can, when you read your answer, you can make visual representation of it in form of map, flowcharts, diagrams, or anything else that will certainly help you. And when you do all these things, your brain process information in an effective way. It also correlates with previous year questions and syllabus keyword. So again, note making itself helps you in understanding and correlating. So these are certain aspects. In next part, I'm going to take an example of current affair, because I haven't discussed current affairs so far. Delineate how I am going to apply my strategy thing in current affairs. As we have discussed, whatever you read, you must correlate with your syllabus, previous year questions, or ultimately you must understand and use that content in your note making. I'm, with the help of current affair material, newspaper article, I'm going to elaborate entire thing. So this is newspaper article that appeared after heinous attack that happened in Kashmir, Pahalgam. There is mention of foreign ministers of Central Asian countries unequivocally condemned Pahalgam terror attack. How your brain must absorb this content. Central Asia is important part with respect to our syllabus mentioned in paper 2, that is international relations. It forms part something we refer as extended neighborhood. So extended neighborhood, Central Asia, and terrorism, these are important themes with respect to the examination. This much of information, whenever if the question is on Central Asia, you can say that this part of the world stands with India with respect to fight against terrorism. There is another mention of India's Central Foreign Minister dialogue. So question if is with respect to Central Asia, and you understand this is an institutional mechanism that exists between India and Central Asia to strengthen relations between these two, India and Central Asia. So you can try to remember this institutional mechanism. There is again this information about they called for early adoption of UN Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism. So Central Asia is supporting India on because India is also vocal on early adoption of Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism. So you can remember that this fact as well. There is a information on International North-South Transport Corridor. So if you skim through previous year questions, you will understand that this kind of questions, member countries of particular geographical entity or some infrastructural project are being asked. So you can remember this information with respect to prelims as well. there is a mention that membership of Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan is being supported by India. So what you understand is that these are not members. So you can write down this as part of your note for prelims. You can also remember with respect to Central Asia, there's two Central Asian countries which are not part of international North-South transport corridor. India is supporting them. Also, there is mention of rare earth metals and critical minerals. These are very important and are in news, and they form important theme, uh, which may be asked in your mains examination. So, Central Asia is which has deposit of these rare earth and critical minerals. So you can remember it if question comes on this, or if there is a question on semiconductor industry or electric vehicles or supply chain in, so you can correlate and make note and absorb this information in a way that you can use it at multiple places. This is what I mean by understanding and correlating information. With example of another article, these kind of articles of regional news appear in newspaper. Mostly we skip, but sometimes you can get certain ideas that you can use in your examination, because case studies and during disaster management you can use certain ideas. Also, there are certain topics mentioned in our syllabus. For example, this article is, I believe, it will be effective with respect to urbanization. So urbanization is something that mentioned in our syllabus. You see, when you read this content, you will be able to grasp the idea that what are problem of urbanization. At least two of them are mentioned: traffic congestion, vehicular pollution. Now, this talks about urban extension road. So this is some, I would like to note down it as, this talks about something like this. This is Delhi and vehicle come from different places. Suppose this is the destination, they move through Delhi, so they increase traffic of Delhi. Now what the authorities are doing, they are making ring road around Delhi. Without moving through Delhi, the vehicle can bypass the traffic of. This is how it can decrease the pollution, because it will be stuck less in the traffic. Also, it will do decongestion of the city. So I do not want it that you remember this article as an example, or you remember exactly this information, but an idea of this, how you can decongest cities. So these kind of ideas you can extract from newspaper, because on daily basis you cannot walk or go at different places and learn different things that are happening around. But newspaper is something that will bring everything on your table. So it is only how open you are, how you if you are understanding the requirement of the examination, you will be able to extract many things from the newspaper. So I hope you enjoyed the lecture. We ask that you give your recommendation in comments below, so that we can improve upon our content and with respect to modules that we will be making in future. Thank you and thanks for watching.